Boom.
Welcome to the Go to Bed Show. That did not sound that bad, huh? With your host, Alex the Claw Fico.
So sick.
And JP Films Preston.
04.
We have Eli Tomac on the start. Waving. He's yelling, go to badtouchsupply.com. Buy gloves now, Eli Tomac says. And next we have Cooper Webb. Pete's Gambling Hall, guys. Go to Pete's Gambling Hall.
No top teeth.
No top teeth.
Like this.
And next, Aaron Flessinger. All y'all go down to Carson Raceway now and just sit in the lobby for a little bit. Yeah!
Crowd goes nuts.
Yeah! Special guest, Brock Hepler.
Brock Lesnar
Brock Lesnar.
comes out on a 426 fucking sword tattoo on the chest.
Badtouchsupply.com. Brock Lesnar just signed up at patreon.com/go-to-bed-podcast. It's true, Brock Lesnar's there and his username is fake ass UPS driver.
His username is Tad Meadows. That's actually Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, we finally did a little digging. We found, hey, this is a Trump supporter right here too, by the way.
That's right. 47.
And 45. The chosen one. But that ain't fun. Featuring Baron Trump.
Alright.
Kid Rock featuring Baron Trump.
Collab that we didn't know we needed.
That would be
Well, we
so
definitely
fucking
do.
funny. He starts rapping all good and stuff. This is Drake.
Has anyone ever heard Baron Trump talk?
There's been a couple of videos I've seen where they just say, you just hear him say, it's really good to see you again.
Yeah.
You too, man. It was Elon Musk or something.
Just so political already. Just that, like the I wish her well clip of Trump, like that's Baron, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like something horrible happens. What a shame. Well, I wish her well.
Exactly.
But really, he's like, fuck yeah. Hate that bitch.
He seems like he has a little bit of a sense of humor as well.
Does he?
Did you see when Trump said, and my tall son, Baron Trump, it said thanks to him?
Yeah.
And Baron stood up and everyone cheered. Did you see that clip?
Yeah.
And he put his hand to his ear.
Yeah.
Like
I did
that.
see that.
Yeah. Just that as a little sign or something, you know?
They grow up so fast. It is like, how old is he? Like 18 or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, is he that young?
He's 18. He's just about to start his high-end luxury real estate venture with a classmate of his.
So he was only 10 when Trump took office? That was 8 years ago, right? Yeah, it's 16 to 24.
Yep.
He was only 10? That's pretty crazy.
Old dad.
That's what I thought that was one of the funniest like parts of watching the clips leading up to this election with like the young kids, like especially all the Charlie Kirk clips where he's like going around to the college campuses and stuff. And it's like all the kids that are there were fucking shitting their diaper almost like when Trump was in office, you know, because it was 8 years ago. So if they're 18 to 20, they were 10 to 12 years old when Trump took
Even
office.
4.
And it's like, dude, like
You're
you don't
16
even
or
have the
14.
context to know, like, because we already have the example of what it was like, but you were literally a child. They don't have the context for that. And they're the ones that are going to sit there and tell all the adults that, like, well, don't believe yourselves. Like, all of you that already experienced it, it's going to be horrible. Hitler, dictator. It's like, okay.
You saw Elon
Oh, yeah.
flashing the fucking...
What a dog whistle.
I don't know what that means.
That's like, well, a dog whistle is, when you blow an actual dog whistle, no one can hear it, but dogs can.
Oh.
So when they say that's like a racist dog whistle to anything, it's like where someone is doing something that no one else can pick up on except for racists. So that's what they always said, 7 years ago, that the OK symbol was, because that's also allegedly like white power, WP, the way that you hold your hand like that. So anyone that was doing OK, that was a dog whistle, but which is more of, if that was true, which is fucking not, that's a better example of a dog whistle,
Yeah, yeah.
But then they're like saying that's a racist dog whistle, what he did. It's like, well, there's another term that has literally lost all of the meaning, because if you say that he is actually doing a Nazi salute on stage, that's not a dog whistle. That's him actually doing the thing,
Yeah.
Like for everyone to see.
Hey, Feast, we're in the store. Hey, Feast, can you grab some bananas? You go, okay. Everyone's all...
And then fucking grab him up on the on the top shelf just like he did.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh man, dog whistles. Conway's calling me.
Oh hell yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Let me put you on speak. What up? Oh, hold on. Shit. How the fuck? Hey, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can get the audio through here. Fuck it. I'll just go speaker. What up?
Stop sending your bullshit mailers to my house. Not open for solicitations. It's not for sale.
That's it.
He was pretty patient. Actually,
bad.
he was like, "Oh, see if I'll get it to work on YouTube, Bluetooth."
Yeah.
And then
because he thought that was really fucking gonna hit. Like that was really worth him doing that,
Yeah, I got a call from. I don't think it was your guys. I don't know if it was, but they were like, "Are you interested in selling your house?"
Oh, cold caller.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Might have been. Huh? Were they Filipino?
No. It was a white guy it was an American guy, just random cold call.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
We only have one caller, so we don't call that much. But yeah, Adam did get a piece of mail from me.
As a joke, or?
And then he just texted me and said, "Fuck you guys," with laughing faces. Yeah, well.
Yeah, this year's been pretty tough. My name's Adam Conway. I'm 16 years old from Carson City, Nevada.
That's all we need to say in response. That's it.
I will give Conway credit. It was so cool that he came on and talked about his fight on here.
That was surprising.
Oh, that was sick. I'm like, fuck yeah, he finally fucking did something we didn't expect.
Finally fucking pulled through for us.
It's been fucking 32 years since the last time he's been able to do it. But
yeah. I know, it's crazy.
That was sick.
But what were we talking about before he fucking interrupted us?
I think we were talking about Hitler.
Yeah. Well, anyway, patreon.com/GoBedPodcast. We got some. Well, we have the Go to Bed Fantasy Supercross group. There was a little bit of drama over on
still
the
not
Patreon.
working for me.
Yeah, I think you guys are all retarded. But
did it work for you?
We have. Let me see what the comments are here. Well, first of all, God. Our clientele is just such a low bar to join. I mean, that's what you get when you charge $2 passwords. A month, No, there's not. But this is a separate issue. Last week's episode, we got a comment from Dumpston. He said half the episode didn't play. And I was in Mexico and I got that. And so I was like, fuck, of course. I could have done it. I had like my computer and stuff to re-upload it or whatever, but then I forgot. And then when I got back, the episode plays fine.
He's just in the middle.
He's just a fucking idiot.
He's at a fucking Moran race in the middle of nowhere. No service.
Yeah, exactly. Half it didn't play. So because I pulled it up on my app and I drug it all the way over. It was playing just fine. The whole fucking thing. There was no issues with the audio, nothing. So that's our clientele. Thanks for the comment. And then Tad Meadows, he said, "Congrats to Chandler for winning A1 in the fantasy group. I don't know who the fuck Chandler is. Followed by Colby Booth, only 15 points back. I ate shit pretty hard, but not as hard as T-Crit, who went to bed early and just didn't make any picks. So the group is has some members in it over there.
I need to join. I've tried. When I first got the thing, it was go to bed 420 plus,
Mhm.
and then the one you sent me was go to bed plus 4.
We're not behind the paywall.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. But so on the fucking
I didn't say the whole thing.
The post that I made in the Patreon that has the actual password in it, you know, I screenshotted what Tad said. And, you know, he gives the group name on there, he gives the fucking password, and then, you know, so I said shout out UPS, I gave the name, I give the password. I made sure to type out the name and the password exactly how he put, but I didn't join the group yet. So then I start getting comments on there. You know, Cole Murphy said, must be fried because I can't get into the group, ... Password is incorrect. And then announcer Ian says, fake ass UPS driver giving a fake ass password. But I was going out of town, so I didn't join it yet. And so I commented, you know, shop FedEx on there. And then Tad responds, he was like, should I get rid of the password since you JP types can't figure it out? And then so when I got back, I went and joined it. And I fucking logged in with no problem, exactly how he said it was. So then I said, can confirm group and password work. Murphy and Ian are just retarded. But I will say, like, you're sitting here trying to do it and it won't work. Who knows? But I was trying to get the app, but for some reason it wouldn't download. So I just did it on the browser on my phone. Like I didn't go to their app, and I did it through their website or whatever. And so that's how I did it, and it worked. So.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's my. I didn't try it on my computer browser.
I did. I was on my phone, but it was on like Safari instead of their app or whatever, and it worked.
I'll try again.
Yeah. So just keep trying, guys. So you might be able to get it halfway through the fucking season.
I got 75 points, and $7.50 Rocky Mountain cash.
For what?
For casting my picks. You get.
Oh.
You probably do too. Do you put your picks
No, I
in?
didn't put any in.
Oh.
Well, I got back after San Diego, so I will this weekend.
Well, however many points you get on your picks, you get per dollar. And like last year, my dad was like, "Yeah, I got like 6 or 7 shirts and some dog bowls and koozies."
Yeah, a little shit. That's cool.
And he's not the best, but imagine you do good.
Win a fucking KTM factory edition. Sick.
I'd want a Stark.
Yeah. Starks are so sick, dude. Nothing like running out of battery backcountry. Dude, I know you and I talked about it, but we forgot to talk about it on the show. The fucking Saber that they put out.
No, we talked about it.
Did we talk about it on the show?
Yeah. Like a couple shows ago.
I don't think so. I think I forgot, and we talked about it here, but after. I can't remember now. Now I don't want to say it if it was only 2 episodes ago.
Well, it was a long time ago because I've been gone too.
Yeah, but well, fuck it. Like, so the Stark, okay, you know, it's like the CEO. His name's like Anton something. He's like he must be a moto guy, but he's like he's pretty young and he already sold a company, so he's got like mega money. And I think he's like Swiss or something like that. And then, but the company is in Spain. I think he like lives in Spain or something. And so whatever. But it's sort of weird. Like, you know, looking at his Instagram, like he doesn't really look like a moto guy.
Business guy, huh?
More like a tech guy, which makes sense. But, you know, they dropped the bike. And then I get these texts that are like automated from Stark. And I had only gotten like a couple before, and it was like nothing that was worth reading at all. And then I got this one or it was either a text or an email or something, and it was like they dropped the Saber, and I was like, "Fuck!" They already came out with a new one. I'm like, what the hell? This was like 2 weeks before they dropped the Enduro one, where they actually did come out with a slightly new one. So still on the only one bike out. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'll check out what this is, and I fucking click on the link in the text, and it takes you to this page on their website, and it was this thing, a fucking actual saber, like a small sword or something. And then it's got like a titanium 3D printed handle on it that's like a deer or something, like a deer head, if that makes sense. And one of the gayest fucking things I've ever seen in my life. And nothing to do with motocross, nothing to do with riding, just this random thing. And then it was like, we're making 1,000 of these. They're gonna be fucking numbered, and then you go bid on it per number. So like if you want number 1, you can go put in your bid on number 1, for all of the numbers or whatever.
Whoa.
And so I was already kind of mind blown at that, because I'm like, usually when companies do stuff like that, it's like to raise money to, fund whatever the next project is, which is reasonable. But it's like, at least make something that your fucking customers want. Something motocross related. Yes. Yeah.
What was it?
Well, not then. Not yet. Because that was right at the beginning. I was just thinking to myself, I was like, wow, that's extremely fucking gay. That was a waste of my time. And they have this whole like trailer for it and all, but they have in the trailer, they have them like using it to pop like the champagne off of or pop the cork out of a champagne thing. And it's like supposed to just sit on your desk as a thing, I was like, what the fuck is this? And then a few days after that, I kind of forgot about it. I get another text about like, the fucking time is almost up to bid. And so I click on it again, and fuck, I can't remember the guy's name now. I know I knew it when I talked to you about it.
Yeah.
But it was like a Spanish name or something. Say it's like Miguel or something. This motherfucker, Miguel, whoever he was, like he needs his fucking moto card pulled immediately, because he had the top bid for number 1 at $1,500, and he had the top bid for number 1,000 at $1,500. I was like, wow, you are extremely gay, Miguel.
That's a lot of money.
$3,000 for 2 fucking small swords. I was like, wow, this dude must have such a fucking boner for Stark.
Or just, that'd look good in my Malibu house that's about to burn down.
Yeah, is the only thing that survived the fires.
It's all perfectly chrome still.
They'd make another trailer about that. We're re-releasing a new edition of the Saber. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe people are fucking bidding on these, and for $1,500 a piece.
They're probably doing just fine.
Yeah, and then they dropped the Enduro model like 2 weeks later. So I'm like, all right, that's cool.
Pretty sick.
But like, find a better way to raise money,
Seriously. Like maybe a sick helmet that lights up, or a dirt bike thing.
Anything related to motocross.
A new stand.
Anything. Anything other than the fucking Saber would be good.
A fucking rear triangle.
Yeah, that would have been gay, but like, at least it's something.
A rear triangle.
Yeah.
I remember I used to hit it like it was a musical triangle back in the day.
Yeah, they could have made a musical triangle that also goes into your rear axle on the Stark. 1 through 1,000, run it up. But they fucking
Miguel
went for
been
the
all
Saber.
over it.
Oh, he would have paid fucking $2,000.
Probably the designer.
You think he is?
He's just hyping it up.
Oh, he's the designer.
You ever been to an auction?
No, I don't think so.
Some of the hunting dinners have auctions, and it's like, it'll start at 500. It's funny when no one even's like, nah. They're like, that's already way too high,
Yeah.
And then he's got to work his way down. It's like 100. Oh, there's one. Eventually, they go past 500, but it's just like, why not just fucking throw it there? I guess it goes higher than that. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Seems like they just start at 0 on all of them. If there's no reserve,
Well,
you know?
some it's like you kind of want to start it at the value, a little bit under the value.
Mhm.
Like if it's a shotgun that's worth 1,000, you be like, how about we start this for 6?
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. But then if they come off of that, it's like they should have just started all of them at 0.
Yeah, true.
Usually, like in like an auto auction, if there's like no reserve, they might still start it somewhere. But that's really just to like not waste time because they know people are going to bid it to whatever. But if there is a reserve, like they're not going to, they'll bid up to, no one knows what the reserve is. You know, it's like $1 million for a car. They bid it up to 980 and then it doesn't sell. But it's weird to like, let's start at 600 and it's like, oh, no one wants it, so let's go lower.
Yeah. I've seen it where they go lower and people get it for a steal.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Which seems like they were trying to avoid that, but then they just did it anyway.
Yeah.
Weird.
So, you know what they say? Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, and if it was easy, anyone would do it.
I notice I'm a little bit of a mumbler when I'm out of breath.
When you're out of breath?
Or like,
What about when you're not out of breath?
well, a lot of the times, but I don't realize it, but I talk and run on sentences a lot.
When did you notice that?
When I was on the radio talking chucker hunting,
Uh-huh. Did someone say something?
they're like, dude, we don't even know what you say because you fucking say it all so quick, you're out of breath and there's no pauses. And so I'll be like, the dog is on point. 100, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm like, I have to be like fucking Dr. Suess for you guys on the radio. That's
Like, dude, my podcast, every episode is titled something that I mumbled or said wrong. Like, what you guys
True.
expect?
Hopefully we got some new listeners. The guys that we were hunting with, Dylan, Hunter, and Jacob, they were like, they only hung around me a little bit, and they were, you know, like, I like JP's good, unique. I'm like, dude, if you like hanging out with me, just listen to the show.
Yeah.
And listen to 811, Never Forget.
Yeah.
You'll love it. That's the introduction show.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I always send them that. There's another, the Pangea, which is old.
Hella old, yeah.
Yeah, that was a funny episode.
Yeah.
And there's another one too. I can't remember which one it is.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Just the fuckery of the day.
I've been smoking ever since my Maui trip. I've been smoking this weed
Mm-hmm.
that's in the pen. Did I tell you how I lost it?
In the golf cart?
I got a new one.
Yeah.
Did I tell you how when I started smoking my flower weed again, I felt coffee and stuff?
No.
I came home after Hawaii and smoked like the weed I grew, Gary Payne.
Yeah.
My like the next day, my nose, I had way more phlegm and shit, and I would sneeze a lot more. And I'm like, man, I smoked, I did fine in Hawaii, you know. Must be the weed, like just being grown here. Like maybe the pollen grew within it, or it's just a plant and just the pollen within it. And I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna go to this shit.
Way easier.
Way easier. I'm like, I'm just gonna sell all the weed I grew and just buy one more battery and a bunch of these.
Yeah.
And then it's super chill. I'll never have to. Maybe I'll grow weed again still, but sell it just to buy these or something.
Dealing.
Because I'm like, these are so sick.
Yeah.
Super easy, and I can just throw it in my pocket. Don't have to worry about bongs and shit, and I don't feel bad anymore. It's just vapor.
Doesn't smell.
Doesn't smell. Same strains. Told my dad, he's like, huh, really? Like,
why haven't you done that before? It's not like that's your first pen.
no, it isn't, but I didn't realize it until I went a week in Maui with just this.
Mm-hmm.
And the pens weren't like, I feel like this is a really good pen.
Mm-hmm.
You can get good smoke of it. You get the flavor. You don't get the what fucked me over the last few times. Like, you feel like you're burning that fake. There's something else in the different pens that burns with the weed.
Mm-hmm.
This Rove company seems like it's just the weed. And it's a gram, not a half gram.
The cartridge.
Yeah. So I don't know, it took me forever, but
The tech has come a long way.
for me to approve. Yeah. USB-C charger. I
Shit.
plug this in. My camera can charge. I'm out on the job. I'm fucking stressed out. I'm low on battery. My camera will fucking save me.
And then ironically, your camera will die because you fucking charged your pen off of it.
Oh, shit, guys. You guys want to hit lunch real quick? I'll just throw my camera on that charger.
It's been plugged into that all day.
They go rewatch the footage. They just hear. Like, it's because it's charging and I'm filming. It's all.
And in the background.
Yeah. I don't cough as much. It still makes me cough, but it's just way better.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I think I'm a vapor.
Yeah.
Now, and maybe it'll lean me off of it a little bit more because I don't need to be smoking that much, but I don't want to ever quit. It's just too fun.
Well, if anyone needs any pot, JP's selling.
I'm selling.
That Gary Payton.
Good shit, too. Fucking Tad Meadows, I know you're smoking and driving, dude.
Yeah, UPS drivers are known for smoking.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, speaking of UPS drivers, so let me think about what this fucking, it was mind-blowing. Because I know we've talked about delivery drivers on here before. Yeah. And like the Uber drivers, the Uber Eats people, you know, the Uber Eatsers always doing it with their whole fucking family.
Yeah.
And then like Uber drivers, the last one I had was like from Haiti, and I got car sick in a fucking 5-minute drive because he was driving so bad.
Really?
It was crazy. Just gas, brake, gas, brake, gas, brake. I was like, fuck, I need to stop talking to this guy. He needs to focus. But another thing with Uber, before we get back to that, you notice how they never are fucking, they're always blowing the exits.
Blowing the exits?
Like, I've been in so many where they were supposed to get off, or like they missed the turn, they missed the exit, and they go, oh shit. And like, I would totally do that too while I'm talking to people and stuff, but you would think that they would get better at it with more experience and shit.
Right.
It's like Homeboy's got 1,000 drives
today
under his belt, you know, according to the app, and he's still fucking blowing the exits. Like, what are you doing?
Get together, and doesn't the map show you? Okay, like half a mile coming up. That's probably the next exit.
Right. Like, get ready. You know.
Yeah.
But and then we've talked about the fucking delivery people, like at my house, where they have definitely frisbee to fucking. The Amazon people are by far the worst because I think they pick them up off the street or something.
For sure.
But where they fucking frisbee the thing into my front yard, like there's no other way that it would have gotten there.
It's just flung over there.
Yeah. And I had one pretty recently. It was like a few weeks ago. I can't remember what it was, but I was expecting something. And I checked my Amazon thing, and it was like delivered the day before. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't see it. Like, I wonder if something got messed up. And, you know, my house has got like the sort of dual in the front yard. There's like 2 ways to get into it, right off of the driveway and then right off the street. There's like gates on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And this motherfucker on the street side, which is like off right on the sidewalk. My fence is on the sidewalk. He put the package right on the other side of the gate right there. And I never go in that way. I only go in from my driveway. Like, the only people that use that front gate are delivery people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't even see it over there, but it's like sitting right next to the fucking road where everyone's walking by. And, you know, you can tell like cool delivery people, they'll like try to put it to the side or like hide it or whatever, like as good as they can. There was the exact opposite here. It's like
right
anyone fucking walking by can see it.
Over.
I can't believe the package was still there.
I can't either.
And, but then before, which we've talked about on my other gate, and this was FedEx that did this shit with my food that was heavy, did the same shit, right? Just dropped it right on the other side of the gate instead of walking 10 more feet to my front door.
Where you can't even open the gate.
Couldn't even open the gate. And the gate's fucking 3.5 feet high. He didn't put it down. He just fucking dropped it from, you know, the top.
Broke your lasagna in half.
Yeah. No, but this story, so fuck. It was like right before we left for Mexico. Tawny ordered a bunch of stuff, and a bunch of clothes from like Shein or something like that. And she ordered it, and like it was like, I remember when she ordered it because she was like, glad I did it today because like the package probably wouldn't have been here before we left. And it was scheduled to be delivered on Wednesday, and we were leaving Saturday morning. So it was fucking UPS. It may have been Tab Meadows because we don't know where his route is. It wasn't him because we'll get into that in a bit. But so it's a fucking box of clothes like from China. You know, I don't know. Maybe Tad can chime in the Patreon comments on why some things like that need a signature, and like some things you can request it, or it's like a high value item, so they want you to sign or whatever. But like that it's just a fucking regular package, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, why does it need a signature? And it wasn't requested or anything. So, you know, they came, and then she didn't answer the door or whatever. It's like a doorbell. And then, so they left the request thing on the door. It's like signature. It's like, fuck. And then usually when that happens, it like goes back to the fucking
warehouse.
Yeah. The spot over in Sparks or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, so she was all worried about it, and she called someone because she really needed it, and it had just happened. She should have just answered the door.
Damn,
but
she was there?
Yeah, she was there.
Oh.
But she was on the phone and didn't want to like interrupt the call or whatever to go answer the door, didn't know who it was.
And
then
you wouldn't think.
5 minutes later, it was like, oh, fuck. You know, I should have answered. It was that package.
And you wouldn't think that package would, first of all, need a signature.
Yeah, exactly. And so, so she like calls and talks to someone, and they were like, yeah, it's going to come back, but like they'll try to deliver it again tomorrow. And they were like, they told her from fucking UPS, here's what to do. Like, take that thing, the thing that they left on the door, and fucking sign it on the back or whatever, and then put it back on the door. And that will be good enough tomorrow when they come back if you miss it again, because they got your signature on their thing. So she fucking does that, and then even puts another thing on her door, like a piece of paper. She taped it, and wrote on there, like, you know, UPS, you know, please leave the package. Here's my signature, with an arrow pointing to their document with her signature on it. And so the next day, the dude comes back, and she wasn't there again. And she watched him on the fucking ring. He fucking walks up to the door. He puts the package down and then starts to walk away. And he turns around and looks at the fucking sign that she left on the door, the 2 pieces of paper, walks back up, picks the package back up, and takes it with him. And she was like on the camera. She was like, no, like, leave it. And he like heard her, like turned around slightly, and then just kept walking.
What?
Yeah. And then then she was calling again because she's like, I really need it. And somehow whoever was on the other end of that hooked her up and was like, told her, which I guess they don't usually do, told her where the guy was. So she like drove and met the dude to get the package because he still had it with him.
Jeez.
You know, it was like a couple hours later. And she ended up knowing the guy, like went to school with him or something like that. So that's why I know it wasn't fucking Tab Meadows.
Mm-hmm.
But that was unbelievable that he fucking did deliver it. And then he saw that she did the right thing per UPS and fucking picked it back up.
Wonder why.
He said like something about like, oh, we don't do that. And it's like, no, you do, because UPS told her to do that, and the fucking document says that. It's your document that says
Just
do
sign
this
here. Yeah.
to accomplish what she was trying to accomplish.
I've done that before, yeah.
And
I've signed it.
But he did it and then realized
Fuck.
but it doesn't make any fucking sense. Why did he deliver it, then see that she signed, and then took it back?
Was Trump inaugurated?
No.
Yeah, there's your answer.
That dude definitely votes for Biden.
There's your answer.
Unbelievable.
Right when I got here, you asked, "Hey, how was traffic?" I said, "Trump's in." There was no traffic.
Yeah, that's why.
There wasn't either. It's fucking nice.
Day 3.
Day 3 already got rid of Reno traffic.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No, that is crazy though, because I haven't had a package needed to be signed in a while, but it definitely does fucking suck when they don't.
Yeah.
The one I remember that was similar to that fiasco was my red, and I'm pretty sure I was living with you still when I got my red, right? Maybe not.
I think so. I don't know.
I just remember it fucking was sitting in the warehouse in the container still for a day. It arrived 2 days before I had to leave for Rampage. The day before, I just drove to the fucking warehouse and said, I'll fucking go dig. They're like, oh, we can't. It's in the container. I'm like, I'm going back there and digging. I'll fucking buy you guys lunch, whatever it takes. We're getting that fucking package out of there, you know?
You and me, we're getting
But
it.
she almost had to do the same thing.
Yeah.
What if they're like, oh, yeah, we put it in the container where we send it out tomorrow. It's all locked up.
Back.
Yeah.
Yeah, unreal.
That's weird. It must be the company that checks that box, like make sure the receiver sends it or signs it.
What the fuck do they care?
Yeah, just get the money and go.
Yeah. So weird. But yeah, I don't know why. It did come from China. Maybe that has something to do with it, but I don't think so. It's not like all packages from China. I just ordered a piece of shit shower head from China, and I didn't have to sign for that. So.
Cabo?
Yeah.
Was sick?
Super sick.
Good weather?
75 every day.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Can't remember if that's where I went with where Tina got married or not. Cabo or Cancun? Was it a resort? All-inclusive thing?
For me.
What do you mean?
So her family has it's kind of like a timeshare thing, but usually the way that timeshares work is like you have it for like 1 week a year or something like that.
Yeah.
And this one, it's like they have ownership in the unit, which is like the timeshare aspect, but they can use it whenever they want. So I don't know if he's the only one that like owns the unit, and then they also like book it to other people when he's not using it. But he said that like her dad said that, you know, they can use it whenever they want. They just got to pay the cleaning fee whenever they use it.
And then it's all-inclusive there?
No. Well, it could be if you go. They have like all-inclusive packages for like the resort if you just went and stayed there.
Oh.
But like since he owns the unit, you know, nothing else is included, but he just fucking paid for everything.
Oh, sick.
So it was all-inclusive for me.
You just say, hey, put it on a room number.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, exactly.
Good restaurants and shit.
They had some decent ones there, but like we ate off property pretty much every day too.
How'd you get a taxi or something?
Yeah. Yeah. Because
are those drivers crazy or what?
A little bit. Yeah. Well, it's funny, like being there and sort of like out and about. Because when I went to Cancun, like, I don't know if Cancun, like the actual town or city of Cancun is like bad because, you know, in Cancun, all of the resorts are like basically away from the town. It's like you have to cross, there's like a little lagoon from like the mainland. There's like a little body of water, and then all of the resorts are sort of out on this other like island thing. So you never go into the town of Cancun. It's just the resort area. Whereas Cabo, it's not like that, where all the resorts are on the beach, but then the actual town is right there too. But in so going in the town and stuff, it was like you got to see a little bit of like the other culture or whatever, and it like the chaos that you're not used to here. That's still like in Mexico, you know. And some of it is better, I think, and then other parts of it's like, yeah, it's way worse. It's just, I mean, fucking, you talk about ADA in Mexico, like the Disabilities Act shit, where everything here has to be like
compliant,
enabled for disabled people, pretty much. Good luck if you're in a fucking wheelchair there.
Really?
The curbs are fucking 2 feet tall and they're straight up.
Damn.
Almost. I'm like, you couldn't even get up this in a wheelchair. There's no way.
Wow.
Yeah. And It's, just all the cabs and stuff. None of them have meters in them.
They're just like $10.
They just pull it out of their ass. Makes no sense on the pricing. And it's not cheap anymore either. It's
Same.
all American pricing, which sucks, So the whole family, because they always go like once a year, and it's like her family and then her dad's business partner's family too. And they have a spot at the same resort. So it's like their whole families go every year. So it's like 14 people.
Yeah.
And they were all bitching the whole time about how expensive everything is now because they're not used to that. It's all just American prices versus how it used to be. But yeah, they'll just rip you off if they can, if they know they can, like the cab drivers. Like we went to.
How couldn't they? Like, if they fight back, like, what the fuck, no, or something?
Wait, you're already there. You go there, you go to wherever you're going, and you say how much, and they just give you the price. Like, what are you gonna do?
You could say no and walk out or something.
I guess, but yeah, you could.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember like we went to this big, like a whole group dinner, the entire group, and so we all got into like one big cab thing, like a van, and we get to the spot. It's like 15-minute drive, and the guy was, he's like, how much? And the cab driver was like $10 a piece, and there was 12 of us in it, so it was $120 just to go there, and then
they just said, okay, we'll pay it.
Well, her dad, Mark, he's a fucking baller. He doesn't give a fuck, but he was like, he's like, is that for a round trip? Are you gonna wait for us? He's like, no, that's for one way. Because he was like, what the fuck? And he was like, well, how much, like, we'll be about 2 hours. Like, if you wait for us, how much for a round trip? And he was like, at $10 a head, like, both ways, like $240. And he's like, okay, well, how much if you don't wait for us? You have to come back. He was like, $240. And so he just waited for us, I guess. Like,
wow.
But it was $240 just to get there and back to the restaurant.
Christ.
And then they booked us like a fucking zip line side by side on the last day.
Mm-hmm.
The whole group went. That shit was like $45 a head, and we with transportation like an hour away plus a whole day event. It was like $45 a person. I'm like, how does that make sense?
Yeah.
Fucking cab ride was like half the cost of this thing that included a ride that's 4 times as long plus the actual shit.
Was the adventure part fun?
It was actually sick. I thought it was going to be gay.
It was cool?
It was super sick.
How? What'd you do?
So most of it was like zip lines, which I've never done any zip line before. But yeah, I was like way up in the mountains, drive way up there. And then there's like this big ravine that comes down the mountain, and you zip line back and forth across that, different things. So, the first zip line, it drops way down where the ravine is. So you're pretty high up. And I was like, all right, that was pretty sick. And then like the next one back across, they let you go upside down. So you're like,
hang from your feet?
You're still in your harness thing, but then they're like, you want to go upside down? I was like, okay. And so they like make you sit back, and they're like, cross your legs basically on the other side of the line that holds you up. And then, so you would go upside down back across it that way.
Did you get like blood rush to your head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, so I was like, all right, this is like better than I thought it was going to be. Cause usually like with tourist shit, it's like kind of whack,
Arms in, fucking smile. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I was like, that's pretty cool. And before that, they like drive you up to the first one in like this old 70s Mercedes military vehicle, pretty much like a troop carrier truck. So you're fucking going up this dirt road, like, it's all off-roading shit.
Yeah.
There's like one guy like telling you what to do, and then the other dude's driving, fucking shifting gears because it's a manual and shit. And then those were the first two. And then there was like, I can't remember what the next one was, but there was, I think right after that, there was another one that you go back on the other side, and then another one that comes back across, and that one was like I don't even know what to call it, but they basically had one line that you walk across and then one that you hold up by your head. So you're sort of like shimmying sideways across the whole thing. And then once you get over there, then they had like a rock wall. So you climb, you could either do a ladder, like a rope ladder up this rock, or there was like a rock wall that had holds in it. So you got a little bit of rock climbing in, which I've never done either.
Did you do it?
Mm-hmm. And then the next one was the sickest. It was like a big pendulum thing. So you hike up higher, and then there's like a platform, and they hook you in, and they just like fucking push you off of this wooden platform. And it's sort of like the swing at the GSR, just not as big. And you're just like on a single line thing. So you just free fall. It's like a pussy bungee jump, kind of.
Right.
You free fall a little bit, and then you swing out and swing back a few times. So that was cool.
And then what? They catch you or something? How do you?
You just like sort of probably do like 5 swings until you start to slow down. And before you jump, they roll up a rope and they put it on your arm. And then after like 2, they go like, drop the rope, and you just sort of let your arm down. And then so while you're swinging, there's a rope hanging down, and one of their guys is standing at the bottom of the ravine and then like grabs onto it and fucking gets pulled to like slow you down.
Whoa.
And
then you just go zzz down the rope.
no, well, yeah, then they lower you down because they can control it from the other side.
Oh, cool.
And then to get back up, there was another rock crawl or rock wall thing, but no holds. It wasn't as steep, and it just had sort of like natural holds in it. Yeah, I was fucking free riding it.
Or no, what's it? Free solo.
Free basing, I think it was. And then from there you hike. I think there was a couple more regular zips or something, maybe one more. And then you did like a pretty long hike where you go up quite a bit. And then the final one sort of goes, it was super long. It was like 4,000 feet. And you sort of zip line like back into where you started, like the drop, like where you get dropped off, sort of. So, and that one goes, they take your harness off and they put you in like a laying down harness. So you're doing like Superman the whole time.
That's cool.
Drops way the fuck down. So you're up hella high and on your stomach for 4,000 feet.
Dang.
And so that was super cool too.
Yeah.
And then, so that took a few hours to do that. And then you get back to the spot. And then the second part was side-by-sides.
Did you drive?
Yeah. And surprisingly, not nearly as gay as I thought it was going to be, too, because I know those things are like guided or whatever. But I think because that was only like 30 minutes or so of it. And so it wasn't like a side-by-side tour. They had like a track.
Really?
So you did like, you kind of go out and then it loops around, and then I noticed we cut back onto the same track, so it's sort of like a exclamation point type shape. And so you just like go out on it and then come back, and then that was it. But you are following someone, but he was kind of ripping. Like I didn't have to like give him that much room so I could go fast or whatever. I still did that quite a bit, but I thought it was going to be like, I don't think the things were even governed or anything.
They're just regular.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they weren't like sick, like race ones, but they were razors, and it was pretty sick.
That's sick.
Yeah.
At least you could have fun and get a little thrill out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did the jet ski rental the day before that? I don't think those were governed either. If they were, not very much.
That's nice. Probably not in Mexico.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
I remember one time my dad and I this guy was like, "Oh, you ride motocross? My friend has quads. He'll let you ride him on the beach. He lives on the beach."
Yeah.
My dad's like, "Fuck yeah, we'll do it."
Yeah.
There's just some rich guy who just had a bunch of quads, like not a bunch, but maybe like 5-6 quads.
You just rented them?
Just paid him. He had a raccoon named something. He's like this. It was my coon. It was a coon named something. It was like a racist thing, but yeah, we just rode right front. His house was on the beach. Rode right there and then dropped him off. He's like, "Guys, have fun. Yeah, see ya." Super chill. I Like, you never know in Mexico. They're probably regular fucking. They're probably stolen from America jet skis you ride.
Who knows? Yeah.
You could have just fucking. They're like, you want a dirt bike ride? You see my old bike there?
Yeah. I was like, shit, is that the 420 machine?
Yeah.
Still got the numbers
It's
on
not
it.
start. Oh no, I've started this bike
Yeah.
before.
Trust me, I know how to do it. I know how to kick this
It's
bitch.
got the fucking yellow cylinder.
Put a
right?
fucking hole in my boot trying to kick this one night. Trust me.
Seriously, but you got it started.
Yeah.
It was impressive on night one.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so if you look at the aerial of Cabo, it's like on the very tip of, I forget what it's called. Well, it's called
Mexico.
Cabo. Cabo is Cape in Spanish. So, and that's what that feature is. So it's like Cape of San Lucas or whatever. So most of the hotels are like to the north of the Cape, and it's in like sort of a bay type thing. And then theirs was on the other side of it. And that Cape is where the arch is that you see all the photos of, where it's like a rock arch in the water. But so their hotel like is the first one on the other side of that arch. And so one day we basically walked to the beach, and then you have to climb over the rocks to get sort of over there. And then there's a beach you can cut through to get to the very tip of the other side of that bay. And then they have like water taxis where they'll rip you off to take you from there over to the main beach where like the town and all the shops are and stuff like that. So we got ripped off there too, but it was fun.
So nothing out of pocket?
Nah, very little. You like fucking won't let you,
Plane ticket?
Nope.
First class?
No.
How long was the flight?
We did Reno to Phoenix, which is like an hour 45, and then Phoenix to there, which is like 2 hours or something.
Oh.
So pretty easy.
Wow.
Very little layover both ways.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. Went out on Saturday.
Did you go for a week?
Yeah. Left Saturday. Got the early flight out. So it was like 5, left at 6 or something. And then you lose an hour or you gain an hour there. So you get there at like 1 p.m. Or lose an hour, whatever. And then, so you still have sort of half a day when you get there. And then we left the next Saturday. And then I think we left the place at like 11 a.m. So you don't have to like rush the night before or anything. Just pack all your shit that morning. And then we're back at like 7 p.m. here.
So chill.
Pretty easy.
Super chill.
Yeah.
Nice week off too, huh?
Yeah.
A week off's a big week off.
Yeah.
I felt like I took a week off, 2 weeks off. Feels like I've taken 4 or 5 weeks off, honestly.
Shit, just in this year.
What do you mean?
3 weeks into the year.
Well, dude, like the holidays for me, filming and stuff
Yeah.
is so slow. Since Thanksgiving, like before Thanksgiving is next week, I'm back to work though.
You don't want to do Christmas edits?
No, not unless it's for like freaking
Boys and Girls Club. I'll do it for them.
Yeah.
What do you have next week?
I got to do a little Stadium GP commercial edit, and then Tina needs some real estate photos and a headshot.
Nice.
Timo needs a little 20-second video. I just told him make me some stickers and thanks for doing go to bed. A 20-second video would take me like
40 seconds.
maybe like honestly 30 minutes to
Yeah.
film,
Right.
So I'll go at his house there, and then Ridezilla with Conway
Oh, shit.
too. Yeah,
At his house or where?
yeah, just on his house Monday or Tuesday,
Mm.
and then one more Chucker edit. All I have to do, and then the season end. Then the season ender next weekend, which is the Arena Cross race. Tough call, but I'd like to just hunt the season ender and then boom, put the shotgun up, start filming again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Get one more client like Ridezilla this year.
Yeah. Can you ride a Stark at Stadium GP?
Yeah.
Probably, huh?
There's Stark Varg class and open class.
Oh. Yeah, I DM'd our amateur arena cross Instagram.
Ooh.
It's they have a separate page for like their amateur day stuff. It's like the Arena Cross page, but it's for amateur. And I said, "Can you ride a Stark in like the Vet Open?" They're like, "No." I was like, "All right, sick."
I'm not going.
I didn't respond. I said, "Fuck you guys."
Fuck the industry.
Yeah. You guys are just, you'll take all the money from Stark, but you won't let us ride it. Fucking corrupt. No, I think it's because it's AMA.
Yeah.
So that's
true.
why. But yeah, because I would have considered riding that at an amateur day this coming weekend or
You'd
whenever
love
it is.
it.
Yeah.
Next weekend.
Yeah, that would be pretty fun. But can't do it.
Yeah, I have a pass if you want to go.
Media pass. I'll be down there with my phone like this.
Well, you can just sit in the stands still.
Yeah. Might go. Why isn't it next weekend?
You and Tony could just be like, you guys take, I got a bunch of collectible cameras too.
Pit pass. Yeah, I'll take your big fucking 80s shoulder cam.
That'd be hilarious.
What's, have you talked to Conway?
Mm-hmm. Just today.
Why wasn't he in fucking Colorado?
He went to a mountain bike race. Got podium.
That was sick. I'm sure Ridezilla appreciates that.
Yeah, I know.
Just
right?
skip half the fucking rounds.
He's like, I've been having way more fun on the fucking bike, P. Like, yeah, probably because it doesn't cost as much and it's not, you're not just aggro. You know, he's like been doing dirt bikes for so long.
There's no one to fucking be on his ass and piss him off.
Oh, I fucking used to battle Bogle at Loretta's, man. That little fucking skinny ass always got good starts.
Is that what he said?
No, but remember about Barsha and shit like that? I don't really like Barsha. He just fucking, you know, you're like, dude, you raced him 10 years ago.
10?
20.
10? Yeah, fucking literally 20.
Oh, yeah, he's been 450
He's fucking
pro.
33.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, how sick was it the Tomac one?
Yeah.
You watched the race, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, around the outside of Jet was just nasty.
In the sand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was.
That was so sick. That was a sick. Even though after that they kind of just worked their way up and didn't do much, but so
ripping.
Just ripping. Yeah. My fucking neighbor Kurt comes over.
Oh shit. Yamaha Kurt.
Hey, Yamaha Kurt. Should we hit the paywall?
Yeah, we need to.
We'll talk about Kurt. And he's my neighbor Kurt, breaking news. He's got some freaking big news coming. He's not going to be living there much longer.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Well, I guess we'll find out why in just a second.
That's right.
R.I.P. Kurt.
He didn't die.
The neighborhood's not going to be the same.
R.I.P. the fucking field behind our house. Now, if you don't know, there's a Go to Bed Patreon on patreon.com/go-to-bed. And a lot of illegal shit goes on back there. We got drug deals. We got Rocky Mountain ATV codes. We got illegal shit. They talk about moments where Alex goes to jail and comes out with a house. Crazy ass shit. There's moments where I go to jail, don't come out.
Not till the next morning.
So if that ain't a reason to sign up, I don't know what is. Go ahead and go to patreon.com/go-to-bed-podcast. It's only going to cost $2, $5, or $10. We go live for you guys every weekend on the Patreon as well. You could comment, you could join the community, and everyone there welcomes you with open arms. So get your credit cards out and go now. Buy now. Now.
That looked like a dog whistle to me.